Okay, so I have a news flash. It just dropped in on me. I have a news flash, and it really is for Felicia. Felicia, come in close, my dear. Come here, girl. You do realize you weren't brought here to be a producer. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for BET Presents the Encore Season 1, Episode 5, and it's a news flash. I sat through this whole episode, and I got here and I said, bingo, it's an aha moment. I got it, but I don't think Felicia got it, or Fallon. You all were brought here with the sole purpose of being members of a 9-girl or an 8-girl supergroup. Nobody brought you here as a female producer. If they brought you here as a female producer, love, there would be no cosign. They wouldn't have hired him. There would be no Elijah to write songs if you and Fallon were brought here to be songwriters. They wouldn't even exist in the program. These are extra skills that you brought along, but you were actually signed on to doo-wop pop, sing a lead here or there, catch a two-step, and take a few pictures. That's what you were brought in for. You weren't brought in as the producer extraordinaire. That just happens to be extra skill sets that you have. Have a seat. Have a seat. And things will get better. You won't be crying. You won't be fussing like you fussing. There wouldn't be any of these issues that you're having if you actually just do what you were brought in for. Let's talk. Anyway, first things first, Miss Aubry. Girl, I still see you. You still doing your thing. Aubry spoke to Misha and she spoke to Irish. And she overheard the twins and Keely talking about her. This is like a major thing in the house. People are always hearing other people talking about them. The house is set up that kind of way. Like you can't really go anywhere and people don't hear what you're saying. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. So basically I felt like what Aubry was doing, she was trying to get them on her side. That's all. She's in a constant state of getting people onto her side. Whatever. Girl, remember when they said you were divisive? They said it because you are. Sita got on there. Sita's like, hey. They all heard her. They ran into the room. Sita's like, what's up? They said, we got a name. The name is The Blueprint. Sita said, oh, good. I love it. So Sita's where we are as viewers. You know, this is it. That's who you all are. And if somebody else comes, because Sita would like to see another season too. She said, whoever comes behind you will know that you all were the blueprint. So Sita loved it. Moving on. Now, so y'all are about to have a listening party. The listening party is going to be what you all have so far. And it's going to be your ex-group members are going to be the people that are sitting in on the listening party. I said, oh, they really upped the ante with this one because nobody wants to be embarrassed with members of their old group. Truly, nobody would really want the members of the ex groups to know y'all ain't really got nowhere. Y'all still doing some of the same dumb shit y'all was doing when y'all was a part of a group. Y'all fighting and arguing. Anyway, so I said maybe this will help them get their shit in order. New queen selection. that starts. Child, this time we end up with a three-way tie. Misha, Fallon, Aubry. I'm laughing because Aubry ain't crazy. Aubry knew. She gets the book and she's like, let me go see what it says about a tie. But you know what it says about a tie. Don't start, Aubry. I wanted to go over there and give her, cut that bullshit out. You know exactly what the book says. The book states that in the event of a tie, the queen breaks the tie. You hear we're having a storm. That's what y'all are hearing. All that thunder and lightning, it's real. It's outside. It's going down. I've had literally, my lights and stuff were out for like 5.5 hours earlier. So hopefully they won't go back out again, but whatever. Yeah, child, is what it is. But let's go because we got to get this done. I'm glad that the lights stayed on for my whole program. I watched it in real time. I didn't want to watch it in DVR. I wanted to watch it in real time, and I wanted to get my review out because it was some good shit. So hopefully the lights will definitely hold up while we're doing this. Mother Nature, be nice, heifer. Anyway, you know me and her. Mother Nature, she's something, huh? She's a temperamental whore. Anyway, let's go. So, yeah. So Aubry gets down to the thing. She goes with Misha. Misha's going to be the new queen. I said, this could go incredibly well or it could go incredibly bad. Either people are going to see a leadership skill in Misha or they're really going to run her over. And they really won't be paying her attention and they really won't respect her. She vowed, she made some vows. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to do all these things. I said, this is kind of, okay. And stay out your feelings. That's the other one we need you to do. She didn't say that, but stay out your feelings while doing these things, and I think you'll be good. So we go on. Now we got Felicia and Aubry talking. And Aubry flips the script and tells Felicia, of course she put battery right in Felicia's back and turned the key, and said, yeah, girl, Elijah was talking shit about you and about how he had the bigger dick and he's the one that got more hits and he has more success than you, this, that, and the other. Well, we all know Felicia is a, oh, I'm gonna have to go talk to him, this, that, thing, and the other. So here she goes. We got Elijah and Cosign show up. Now, Felicia and Fallon, they're going to approach, basically, they're going to approach Elijah about what was being said, this, that, and the other. And then they played this little game. Aubry was sitting there. She knew she was in the midst of the mess. So she was like, okay. Aubry did what Aubry does. She played her card. She played the, but you're a man and I'm a woman. And why would you be arguing with a woman? You're here to do something else. Why are you getting in the mess? This is woman stuff. Why are you... Elijah played in a little bit, but was like, no, it ain't even about me arguing with a woman. It's about you being caught up in a lie. And there's a bunch of bullshit going on in here, and y'all need to cut it out. And it's like, but you are arguing with a woman. I said, you dealing with the right person? Well, sort of, kind of. Because most men usually back off of that type of thing, and that card gets to be played. You get to dealing with me. Hey, I don't give a good goddamn what you talking about. If you lying, you lying. You know that. But most males usually will back off and let that card win, even if it's completely wrong. But Elijah, he didn't back all the way off. He was like, this is what happens when somebody gets to lying. So him, Fallon, and Felicia are okay. Aubry ends up walking away. Misha is like, well, I kind of felt the same way that Aubry did, and I didn't like how he came at her, and this, that. I was like, can't see the forest through the trees, huh? Can't see that Aubry's playing games with you all. Aubry is playing games. And it's always drama when it comes to Aubry. Through this whole process, I was glad there were some outside folks sitting there. Aaliyah Janelle was sitting there. She is a choreographer. We all know choreographers, they really have about this much patience for bullshit, because they're usually on a very bad time crunch and they need to get things done. And they ain't got time to be playing. And Aaliyah Janelle, you can see it in her face. She was like, what is this? This is bullshit. Y'all been having this going on like this? This is what's been going on in here? Are y'all serious? I was like, come through, Aaliyah Janelle. And she was like, y'all need to do this. She's like, y'all need to get this together right away. But her and Cosign actually seeing straight through the twins. They see straight through Aubry, but they really got a good look at the twins and how the twins do things. And because in the midst of all of that, Fallon has said, see, y'all should have voted me. If y'all really wanted to get some vocals laid down and get some things produced and have it be right, y'all would have voted me in as the queen. And Misha was like, well, wait a minute. That's like you shitting on me. Like, I ain't had nothing to say about none of that stuff with Aubry. I ain't had nothing to do with it. Now you shitting on me as the queen. The queen ain't nothing but a glorified title. But what do being the queen have to do with the work? So you're saying now that you're the queen, you're not queen, you're not going to perform? Is that what you're saying? You're not going to do the things that you've been doing because you're not the queen? You ain't been the queen. So what's the issue? You're shitting on me. Aaliyah Janelle and Cosign saw straight through them twins and got right to where we are with them. They see their girl, we see y'all, honey. We see y'all. Anyway, at this point, Felicia goes upstairs. Now she had the nerve to drop a tear. Talk about, they're going to have to respect me as a female producer. No, nobody. Girl, you doing a lot. And then when she started comparing herself to Missy Elliott, hold it. But you're not Missy Elliott, ma'am. It'll be a very long time before you sit in a category with Missy Elliott. Are you talented? Sure. Have you made some moves? Sure. But sweet thing, you're not Missy Elliott. Have a seat. Make another omelet and have a seat. Get your shit together. You're doing a lot. And it's always how hard it is for me versus how hard it was for y'all. You know, Missy, it took her a decade to get recognized. So what makes you think that you're going to be recognized in 90 days? Have a seat, ma'am. Do you want 2 eggs or 3 eggs in your omelet? Shut it up. Moving on. And I had nerve to drop a tear. I said, girl, suck it up. Suck it up, buttercup. Cut it out. Knock it off. Moving on. Aubry in the bed. Where the hell's Aubrey's bed? Drama. Drama. She done moved the mattress off her bed. Where do you take that mattress to? And look like she took it into the queen's quarters. You know, in the room where they go to vote for the queen, over to the Cedar's room. She didn't move the mattress. They looking all over the house for Aubry, all outside. Can't find her. Ain't see her for a whole day. I said, well, what kind of bullshit was that? Drama. And still playing her card. Left a little note. I haven't been approached by a man like that. And I didn't like the way he approached me. And Misha, well, I kind of feel like her. Oh, girl. They were doing the most with that. That was a mess. That was ridiculous. Moving on. Shamari and Ronnie and the twins. So cute. She got to see Ronnie. They FaceTime and see the twins. They are getting so big. Of course, you know, we seen the twins when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. They were newborns, basically, at that time. They were really, really young. So, yeah, they turned into little toddlers, getting just as big. I said, look at them, honey. They're doing their thing, making all that noise and carrying on. And it's her 15th anniversary. So that was really, really cute. You know, really cute. She got to see her family. And she says, I gave up all of this, honey. I love my family. To come here with these heifers up here doing all this screaming and yelling, Joe. Anyway. So, then Aubry shows back up. And now she got to create some more alliances. She brings flowers for Shamari. Girl, Shamari know how to play this game. Shamari came from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You came from over there making a band. Y'all both know the game. You're not going to suck Shamari into your bullshit. It's not going to happen. Anyway, Felicia and Fallon end up getting to arguing. Child, they start putting a list together. There's a song that Fallon wrote, and now she thinks naturally that it's the best song of all. So they're trying to get it all together. And I said, child, what is really going on here? What is really going on here? And then they got to really kind of battling with each other. So the two twins got to battling with each other over this song. And I'm like, wow. And where it would be positioned in the show. So it really was a battle between the song Talking versus the song Skeletons. Skeletons is Felicia's. Talking is Fallon's. Which one goes first? Which one goes last? Got to be a whole thing. Listen, Ira said, I'm not shocked at all about them two flying off the handle and fighting with each other about stuff. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked by anything that they do. I'm really not. She said, I'm not shocked about their wigs. I'm not shocked about the wideness of their asses when they're walking away either. I said, oh, Miss Irish. I was like, oh, wow. Irish. I told y'all last week, Irish is starting to come to life, honey. And we starting to see the real Irish, honey. That Irish, she got something to say. I said, oh, girl, you funny. You got jokes. Like a little Nivea. But she said, hey, I'm not shocked by them wigs or the wideness of them asses, honey, when they be walking away. Kadook, kadook, kadook. I was screaming. Next thing you know, they go and they get it fixed up. They walk away. They walk away. It's another day where the producers and everything are there, and then they end up leaving. And in the midst of it, Felicia's like, I'm not going to produce nothing else. I'm not going to this, that, thing, and the other. Because Misha had jumped in. Misha was like, I mean, come on, simmer down. Stop this hollering and screaming. Like, literally, there's like 8 bars. People were singing 8 bars. I'm only singing like 2. I'm not fussing and complaining and carrying on. Honey, and, the truth really bothers the twins. When they're hit with the truth, it bothers them. And honey, that Felicia said, well, listen, just take me off. I don't even give a damn. Let Misha sing all my parts. And Misha was like, well, thank you. She gonna say, you're welcome. I said, well, what happened to how y'all told her y'all loved her last week? Y'all don't love her no more? Y'all messy. Honey, and anyway, so the twins, they squash their beef. Naturally, they're sisters. They're twins. They're the same person. So they get it together. And she's like, well, what would make this better? If me and you work on it together, again, as long as it's you two running things, y'all are good. We know what it gives. We see you and it's cool. They got they're cool again, right? So now Fallon is eavesdropping. See, my grandmother told me years ago, honey, when I was just a little boy, eavesdroppers never hear nice things. So you can hear all over the house. She in the kitchen, walking around listening to them down the steps. And ain't nobody even saying nothing that bad. They just were saying, we don't have any real bangers. No, nothing that's really a club banger. We got some nice little mid-tempo stuff, but we don't have no real banger that we could say, that we should really be fighting over what we're opening and closing with. Nothing is really given that. Honey, that Fallon went flying up there and told her sister, honey, they're shitting on the songs and this, that, and the other that we did. Hey, that Felicia turned out of there, baby, like Reagan off of The Exorcist. She went flying down those steps. Fallon's running behind her. Don't go down there upset. Right on down the steps. Hey, that Felicia got down there, put 20 on 10, ran up on Aubry. I said, well, wait a minute now. Hold on. Like everybody else ain't in there. Ain't nobody else saying that. Ran up on Aubry, honey, giving Aubry this. And Aubry was like, well, wait a minute now. This time, Aubry did not. I was like, she didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that. It was like, girl, you going at the low hanging fruit because you know everybody mad with Aubry. She just basically attacked her, honey. Just attacked her, said her thing, and then that's what she ended up going back up to say, I'm not producing another damn thing. I'm not this, that, I'm not producing any more vocals. I'm not. And that's when I had my aha moment. I said, she don't even get it. She don't even get it. Here is the news flash. Felicia. Who gives a shit? Because you weren't brought here as a producer. You weren't. And I think we get ready, it's going to blow up. Somebody going to tell this heifer that she wasn't brought there as a producer. You were brought there as a bebop doo-wop girl, like you were in Cherish. But you sang a lot of leads, but you're not going to sing all the leads over here, sis. But see, that's your thing. You think that you could replace Cosign and Elijah, but that ain't what's really going on here. I don't know what you've heard, but Ollie Oxenfree, girl, did say what you was brought here for. You were brought here to ooh bop. That's what you was brought here for. That's it. You wasn't brought here to take over. And that's what you're trying to do. And ain't nobody going for it. You done got to smelling your goddamn piss. This is ready to get good, y'all. Keep watching. See y'all next week.